Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 21 yards there on third down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
A first down carry by Elliott. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's second down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Operating from the 27 now. Here's second and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Gentry looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go.
You look at this Cowboy defense.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap, because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now the first carry here for the running back. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And now off to the races down the right side. And running with power here. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bucs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's Young off play action.
Pass complete to Addison.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. On first down, Gentry. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Here we go on 4th down. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Buccaneers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
And this one fielded in the end zone. It will be returned, so it'll come out to the 30.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. 92 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On 2nd down, Elliott, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Elliott is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Aubrey good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now a first down throw for Young.
Going right back to Smith and Jigba.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On play action, Young. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
They go play action. Young.
And complete to Smith and Jigba.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And some room to work.
126 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Herbert off of play action.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
But this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
2nd and 10.
10th carry now for Elliott. Stays on his feet. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles as we just saw on that pickup.
Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Brought down by Jalen Thompson.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Young.
Smith and Jigba with a grab.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A play fake. Now Young. He finds his man complete. It's Gutierrez. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Off the play fake, Young.
Smith and Jigba pulling in a one-handed catch.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Young will set to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Inside the 20.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out. To the 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll set up to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line.
A big play here for Dallas. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now a give right side. Gentry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Gentry. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football.
And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 75 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Young off the play fake. Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Young to throw it. Open man here is Gentry. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll give them 8 that time. And they'll be left with second and a couple. Young now. And this pass caught by Gray. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 43 yards.
In motion is Gray.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Young with it, third and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. Fourth and goal from the 3. Young.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Young off the bootleg.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Staying on his feet. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away.
And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On second down, Elliott once more.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first two plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
3rd and 9 here.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Big 3rd down. A field goal from this spot, 57 yards as they hope to move it a little closer. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game. But to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down. Gentry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 6 coming up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gentry all tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Young to throw.
He finds his man complete. It's Gutierrez. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they can't bring him down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Extra point attempt to come here. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They start on the ground with Elliott.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Here comes 2nd down. Throwing, Herbert. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Herbert. That is caught. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as you understand where they are in the field.
Now Herbert.
He's going to let it fly.
Oh, and that's That's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Greg Phillips has got it. And the Bucs have just about sewn up this football game.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Bucs, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.